Okay, this is my audience, Daniel, Christina, and Grayson, and this is my visual aid, and it's a watch. The term pulse genuinely refers to the vibrations in the radial artery of the wrist. It is perceptible to touch, and it can be checked by human fingers or electronic instruments, says homeopathy. When taking a person's pulse, you can pinpoint many problems of the heart, such as the heart being too slow or the heart rate being too fast. It also can be a sign of a heart attack. Taking your pulse can help you decide if there is something wrong so that you can contact medical help. I have taken a health class and learned how to properly take someone's pulse. I will now explain to you how to take someone's pulse manually. There are 3 main things to consider while taking pulse. First, you need to make sure you have your fingers on the right spot of your wrist. Second, you need to find the pulse. And lastly, you need to count the number of beats for 15 seconds. First, let's talk about putting 2 fingers on the wrist correctly and why we take pulse. Taking someone's pulse on the wrist is the quickest and simplest location. Now, when the heart beats, it distributes blood throughout the entire body, and the pressure of the blood can be felt in the wrist. This pulse confirms the pace of the heartbeat. Taking your pulse can help you indicate when your heart rate is too fast, meaning you are working too hard, such as during exercise or sports. Also, it can indicate a heart attack. These 2 are very different but easily confused. To know the difference, you just need to sit down, let your heart rate come down, and just relax. If your heart rate doesn't come down in a couple of minutes, you need to seek medical help. Your pulse can also be too slow. This can be completely normal for some people, but in other cases, it means the pacemaker of the heart isn't working properly. In some severe cases, the heart rate becomes so slow that the body doesn't get the blood it needs, and this can become life-threatening, so also contact medical help. You can easily check your pulse on the inside of your wrist. Below your thumb, gently place 2 fingers of your other hand on this artery, says Gregory Thompson from WebMD.com. When placing your fingers, make sure to never use your thumb. Your thumb has a pulse of its own and therefore will interfere with the pulse you're trying to take. The fingers to use to get the best results are your index and middle fingers. You're going to want to put these in the area right below your thumb on the inside of your wrist. This is located between the tendon and bone, and that is on top of the radial artery. To get accurate results, you want to make sure you have the right amount of pressure. You don't want your pressure to be too harsh, but you want your pressure to be firm, so right in the middle ground. You also need to make sure you use the flat part of your finger to take your pulse. If you use the tips, it's not going to be right. Now that we've talked about placing your fingers, let's talk about finding the pulse. Finding the pulse is the most crucial step to taking pulse. A pulse is a regular throbbing of the arteries caused by the contractions of the heart, especially as may be felt at an artery as at the wrist, according to dictionary.com. It isn't always easy to find the pulse, but your pulse is always going to be there. The positioning of your fingers will make it way easier to find the pulse. So as long as you do the first step right, this should be really quick and easy. When pressing down, if you are unable to feel a pulse, you need to press harder until so. The pressure of your fingers will also help you locate the pulse. Pressing just the right amount will make this really quick. Besides that, there isn't much technical steps to find the pulse. Now that we've discussed placing your fingers and finding the pulse, let's talk about timing the pulse. Counting the seconds will show you what the pulse rate is. When putting your fingers on your wrist, you need to count the number of beats you feel while looking at the second hand on a watch for 15 seconds. This will give you the most clear results of what the pulse rate is. After 15 seconds, you need to multiply the pulse rate by 4. This will give you the pulse rate for 60 seconds. You'll need to correctly count pulses while counting the seconds. This can seem difficult, but the watch will make it really easy. So now I'm going to show you how to take pulse. Okay, I'm going to use my index and middle finger, and I'm going to put it right here while looking at my watch for 15 seconds. Okay, so my pulse rate is 20. and I did it for 15 seconds, so I'm going to times that by 4, which is 80. So that means my pulse rate is 80, and that's a normal pace, so that's good. In conclusion, you are now aware how to take someone's pulse, and it can be simple for anyone. We have successfully went over how to manually take someone's pulse by placing 2 fingers on the right spot, binding the pulse precisely, and counting the number of beats for 15 seconds. You can take anyone's pulse at any given time. Pulse rate can indicate when the heart isn't working properly. Doctors can use it to find symptoms, and it can help monitor medical conditions. So why not learn how to take someone's pulse if it's so easy?